Hey guys, Aspen Jones again. As I said in my last video, I would be reviewing Stan by Becky Johnson. It's the second book in the Charlotte Marshall mystery series. It was actually not too long ago that I actually met Becky Johnson at a book fair, and I bought her first book called Run, and then I asked for the second book, Stand, for Christmas, and I got it. And I absolutely loved the book. First off, I just want to talk about the plot and everything. Basically, in the first book, it's about this woman. Her name is Charlotte Marshall, and she's a mystery writer. And when she's researching to find the story that she wants to write, she comes across a bunch of girls over the past few years that have been raped, mutilated, all of this stuff, and she thinks it's kind of weird that they are all the same kind of thing. And so she starts to get this crazy idea that maybe it's related, the crimes are related to one person that did it. And then, I'm not gonna spoil it, but a lot of things start happening. Let's just say that she was right. And then the second book just follows up after that, and I first want to talk about that the book is only 206 pages long, so it's a really easy read. It's a really easy young adult read. I read it in one day, but even though it was a really easy read, it's so good. It has so much meaning behind it that you'll get a lot out of it. And it's a really good book if you want to read it on an airplane or on vacation or something like that. But it's a good book if you're really busy and you can't read a lot, because I know a lot of college students or adults that just want to read, but they can't pick up a long book and just read it like that. So this is a good book for those kind of people. And then I want to talk about Charlotte, the character herself. I really like how she's portrayed. She's your everyday character. She doesn't think anything's going to happen to her. And then in the first book, all of this stuff happens to her, and she's just whoa, what's going on? And she divulges more into it, to find out what's going on, and then a lot of things happen. And then in the second book, she suffers from PTSD, and I really liked the idea of developing her character in the second book on how she lives with her PTSD and how she has to go through this certain routine every morning and every night when she wakes up and goes to bed to make sure that there's nobody in her house. She's so scared from now on that I really like how Becky writes this out, and she must have done a lot of research on how people deal with PTSD, which stands for post-traumatic stress disorder. And then there is another character I really liked. His name is Skeet. He wasn't in the first book, he's in the second book, and he is one of the people that trains Charlotte at a fitness gym, how to defend herself and everything. And I really like his character because he's kind of quiet and stuff, and but he's a really good fighter, and you don't really hear much from him. But then when Charlotte starts getting back into the mystery that's been going on, he's the one that really steps up to help her, and I really like his character, and I thought he was a really well-written character. And then I just loved the idea behind the book, the action scenes in the first and the second book I thought were really well written, and I could picture everything in my head. I thought maybe that in the first book there were only 2 or 3 action scenes, I think, and I think for a mystery action book there should be a little bit more than 2 or 3 action scenes. And then the second book, I feel there were a lot more action scenes, not directly relating to Charlotte. Like, she wasn't really in them. I think she was only in one action scene. But, this girl, Georgia, who's a credential part to the series, she's in the action scenes, like, and I think it was cool to see the action scenes from the villain's point of view in a few chapters, but I still think that maybe there should have been some more action scenes involving Charlotte. That's just my, point of view, but the action scenes that were there were really well written. So if I had to give this book a rating out of stars, I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars, just because of I feel that there should be more action scenes written. But other than that, it was really nicely written. Description was perfect. It was just a really nice book, and I really recommend it for young adults. So now I'm thinking that my next episode, I won't do a book review, but I will give one of my writing tips that I like to do, because I feel like mix it up, maybe do a few book reviews and then do a writing tip and then some more book reviews and then do something else. So I feel like that would be really cool to do, so let me know if you guys like that idea. And I know I'm new on on YouTube doing book reviews, so I know a lot of people aren't really looking up book review stuff on YouTube, but I do hope that once people start seeing my videos, you'll subscribe, and you'll start commenting books that you would like me to read and review, because I would totally read and review the books that you guys would like me to read and review. And also, writing questions, and I will try and answer that too. And then I'm thinking, let me know if you guys like this idea. But I was thinking, after my writing tip video, I was thinking of doing, because I have a wonderful bookshelf back here. It goes a lot farther down, so this is not just it. There are a lot more shelves that go down. But I was thinking maybe I could pick a few off, and I could just read the back to you guys, tell you a little bit about it, maybe get you guys intrigued, and then maybe later on in the next videos I might do a book review on them. So tell me what you guys think. Alright, so this is Aspen Jones, and I'll see you next time.